gotta get the bait. Ain't no need to lag, ain't no need to lag. Yeah, gotta chase the bait, gotta chase the bait. Ain't no need to lag.
Oh, I forgot I had a hat up there. What's up, guys? Shoot, let's see. Man, I was all kind of, it's like I wasn't paying attention. I'm not the one in control here. Let me see. All right, here we go. Now I hit the button. Now it's like we're starting. What's up and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab, your number one gambling podcast for quick picks. Today, a little bit of a later show. Wife working from home today, so she had a training that ended at noon, and I've got a noon to 1 o'clock window of till she's gonna need my my area, the dual screens and the silent room or whatever. So we kind of have to get through it quickly here. Let's see. Normally live at 11:30, so we're pushed back 45 minutes. For those of you that don't follow me on Twitter, at @LiveJoeBets is the best way to kind of get information about the show. Some of you may have, maybe not thinking I was doing it today or, whatever, but, make sure you give me a follow. You pay attention to the show that way. Just kind of get an idea if things are going to push back. I mean, we shoot for 11:30 every day, but I mean, life happens and everything like that. So we'll move on. Maybe not have as many people in today, but that's okay because we do kind of have to keep it a little bit of a shorter show. Can't wait for the draft though. Been talking about it. I got the official Vikings hat. This is the draft hat. Probably JJ McCarthy, right? Gonna be wearing this today. Drake May, something like that, and then rocking the Vikings shirt. It's got Randy Moss in the back. I got this one in Minnesota actually when I was there for a game. Like, was it last year? I think we were at a game last year. My wife got me tickets. It was a lot of fun going there and checking that stuff out. But anyhow, can't wait. I really wanted to do some kind of little like watch party or something like that, but man, I don't know. Like my wife's going to pickleball at like 7, like it's done by like 8:30, 9, and it's like I don't want to like bounce on you guys. Probably gonna be chilling, but I can't wait. Can't wait to do it. I got some MLB today, but realistically, I just really care about the draft and paying attention to that, looking at some mocks, maybe find a way to bet it or something like that. I did look at it, but you can't parlay a lot. One thing I did notice, like Bo Nix is like plus 100 to like get drafted in the first round. And man, I just don't see him sliding farther than that. I feel like that's some pretty good value for Bo Nix. I've seen some people talking about, taking JJ McCarthy over, it's over 5.5. And honestly, unless he goes to like the Patriots or the Commanders, he's not going to get drafted early. The Commanders are likely, it's going to go, it's going to go Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, probably to the Patriots. 4th should be Marvin Harrison to the Cards. 5th, who has 5th pick? The Chargers, who a lot of people are thinking are going to take a lineman like Alt from Notre Dame, solid lineman or interior lineman, and then boom, he could end up past that. It's all right. He's not going to go. Unless the Patriots draft him 3rd. That would be the only thing. But anyhow, let's get to baseball. If you guys have any, let me know what you guys think. If you guys got a draft order you like or something like that. I mean, we can chat about that for a second, but we'll get into it here real quick. Thursday, 4:25. Before we take a look back at take a look at today's plays, take a look back at yesterday. Yesterday we had the Orioles money line and the Cubs money line. Both of those hit. Orioles tried to throw that game away, but they held on and they got it done for us. Rays run line missed, unfortunately. They blew a 2-run lead in the 9th. I don't know if you've seen it. Matt Olson, booted a ball. I mean, hard hit, whatever. He should have came up with it. Ended up actually going to the dugout. I think it ground rule doubled it. That's what scored the 2. They did a good job of, limiting runs, going to home to get the tag out, I think twice. So solid, but then they picked it up, almost first pitch, boom, I got Acuna on second base. I don't know. It might have been Arcia or Harris, hit him in. And Acuna, though, grounded into a double play like multiple times yesterday. So kind of some frustrating stuff there. But also quickly to talk about, weather. We got a chance of rain at the KC in Kansas City today for the Toronto game. But I mean, if it was going to get delayed or something, I think it would have been done by now. But conditions suck. It's cold still. It's windy. Home runs. I mean, people are going to hit home runs. I mean, I talked about the Cubs game, not really having a good home run opportunity. And, somebody went yard in the second inning. I can't remember. Maybe it was Nico Horner. Somebody hit a home run for the Cubs. But like I said, there's going to be home runs, but it's just not like great weather for it. If you're, subscribed to Ballpark Pal, I mean, it's just all reds. I mean, we're talking minus 40, 50% chance it runs, 20% decreases in runs, home runs, everything like that. Crazy stuff. So we'll skip away probably from messing with the home runs. Plus, like I said, I don't have as much time today. But like I said, drop a comment in here. If you got who your favorite team is, who you hope they pick today, and what kind of order you think it might be going. I wish you could parlay like first pick, second pick, third pick, fourth pick. You can't. FanDuel has you limited to like only a certain section of like what you can parlay. Although you can do the top 3 picks in exact order, minus 230 though. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Drake May. Drake May is a better quarterback than JJ McCarthy. I just don't see a situation where it goes any different. I feel like the top 5, you can take. It's plus 700. I mean, I feel like that's, if I'm going to bet on anything, it's possibly going to be the top 5. And this would be barring any like trades or anything like that, which obviously would screw it over. But you have Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Marvin Harrison as the top 4. And I feel like that's pretty much a lock. Those 3 first teams need quarterbacks. Marvin Harrison, going 4th to the Cardinals. He's going to be not really like a generational talent, but dude's going to be really good. And then it comes down to number 5, which is at the Chargers. Are the Chargers going to draft Malik Neighbors? I don't think so. I mean, they've got a pretty good receiving crew already. I think they draft a lineman, Joe Ort, plus 700. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Marvin Harrison, Joe Ort, plus 700 for the exacta on the first 5 picks. I like it. The only thing that would have me thrown off is if like the Cardinals mess up, the Cardinals take a quarterback. But I just don't see the Cardinals going after a quarterback, to be completely honest. I could be crazy. Anyway, that's even gone up, I think, too. I was looking at that earlier. I feel like that's not a bad play. All right, sorry. I'm just excited for football. That's all I want to talk about right now, guys. I don't even want to talk about baseball. But let's run through these plays here real quick. Oops, wrong button. All right, first game. Nope, that's not it. Let me scroll to my notes. You can play this either multiple ways today. I personally ran the DraftKings first 5 or 2 up promo here. If you don't have the 2 up promo, I could see the money line. Although, like the Royals bullpen is much better than the Blue Jays bullpen. If you don't have the early, I would either do the early up promo on DraftKings or do the Blue Jays first 5 money line, so we can focus on the. And that's funny, Zach, talking about Bowers. Like you can't even bet on Bowers isn't even an option like anywhere. You can bet on who the second tight end is going to be because Bowers is obviously like that dude. Dude was so solid for Georgia. Anyway, because it's kind of the same bet. I'm going to make official the first 5 money line because it's unfair because not everybody has DraftKings. But if you have DraftKings, I would lean towards using the early up promo on this particular game. If you don't have DraftKings, I would go after the first 5 money line to avoid getting into bullpens. This game, I think, can go either way. That's why, I'm liking the promo. I'm liking the first 5. The Royals are throwing Reagan's 0-2, 4.35 ERA. He's pitched 5 times, had 2 solid outings where he's had a 0 earned run in 6 innings pitched in each of those, but those were away games. At home this year, he gave up 2 runs on 6 inning pitch to the Twins, 3 runs, 10 innings pitched, 5 innings pitched, 10 hits to the Astros. Baltimore, 7 runs, 9 hits, 1.2 innings pitched. So he has got killed at home. And, so far he's at an 8.53 ERA with a 0.2 record and a 2.21 whip. I mean, he's allowing 2 runners per inning at home. Is that going to continue? I don't know. We're certainly betting and hoping that that's going to be the case today. Jose Barrios 4-0 .85 ERA has been fantastic. He hasn't allowed a run in his last 3 starts. He's gone 19 straight innings pitched without allowing a run. He's given up just 2 earned runs all year. Away, he has a 1.5 ERA. At home, he has a 0 ERA. So he has pitched better at home, but 1.5 away is certainly, nothing crazy, nothing to sneeze at. I think this could be a spot where we like the first 5, like I said, for the Jays based off Reagan's struggles. But the Blue Jays haven't been scoring a ton. So like that's a little bit of fear. But to kind of turn around, the Royals haven't been scoring a whole lot either. In the 7 of their last 10 games, they've scored 3 or less runs. So the Royals have been winning games really by their defense, a 2-1 win, 3-1 win type thing. I like first 5 because the Royals do have the stronger bullpen. So I want to kind of avoid getting into that. The Jays have the 5th worst bullpen ERA. So betting that Berrios has a strong outing, I think that we can get up to, or we can win this first 5 by the time we have to worry about bullpens or anything like that. So the official play is going to be the Blue Jays first 5 money line, even money. It's a plus 100 when I wrote this up. If you have DraftKings, I would take the early up in this spot too, depending on how you want to play it. You just have a spot where Berrios is pitching out of his mind. 19 straight innings without a run given up. And you have Kyle Reagans, who's rocking at 8.35 ERA at home, who has progressively been getting worse as he goes. Look at the Twins. He gave up 2 runs to the Twins. Astros a little better, 3 runs. Baltimore much better, 7 runs. Blue Jays, are they better than Twins? I think so. I think we should be able to see some runs out of it. So first play, Blue Jays, first 5, money line. Second play, going with the Twins run line here, fading the White Sox, fading my White Sox. They're 3-21. They're bad. They're easily the worst team in the league. This team is, of course, going to win more games. They won't always be the team to fade, but I think we are going to continuously make some good money betting against the White Sox. It's just the way it is. I do have a stat here later we'll talk about. But the White Sox have Michael Soraka going 0-3, 7.5 ERA. His starts this year, runs allowed 5, 5, 4, 2, and 4. Dudes have been just getting tuned up. If the Twins offense wasn't as weak, I would probably think about running the first 5 team total, being a solid bet here. But their offense really isn't as strong. If they were almost playing anybody, because the Twins, we talked about it yesterday, the Twins and the White Sox have like the worst and the second worst offensive stats in the league. The Twins would be worse if it wasn't for the White Sox. Twins are going with Simeon Woods Richardson today, who's getting called up from AAA. He did have a start in March against the Tigers, and he went 6 innings, 1.5 ERA, and then apparently he went back down. I don't know what his story is, but like the headlines I'm seeing saying like the dude got called up. I don't know, maybe that's wrong. He's just been here the whole time. White Sox have lost by 2 or more in 10 of their last 11 games. Like, oh my gosh. Not only are they losing, they're losing, they can't even cover their run line. They can't even cover the plus 1.5. 10 out of 11. I don't know what that hit rate is, 95% or something like that. Pretty high hit rate there. So we're going to go with the Twins minus 1.5. Let's see odds on FanDuel. I didn't write it down. Even money. Let's go. We got 2 plus 100 bets here. Last play today, Yankees Athletics, going Yankees minus 1.5 year 2. So we're going to have 2 run line plays. We're looking at on FanDuel minus 118. We got yeah, there you go. Hey, I was gonna say, if you were here, I'm betting on your Jays. So we're gonna give them a chance there, TJ. Anyhow, hey, I actually ran Twins and Yankees too. Nasty Nestor going today for the Yankees at home this year. He has yet to give up a run. 15 innings pitched without a run given up at home. In his career, he is 12-2 with a 3 earned run average at home. Pitches very, very well at Yankee Stadium. Not as good as he was, his All-Star. I think he was All-Star. What was it? Maybe 2 years ago. I don't think he was last year because of injury. Alex Wood going today, not an All-Star. Certainly not an All-Star. For the Athletics, he has been getting killed 0-2, 7.89 ERA, but guy's been just getting rocked. And the Yankees hitting lefties pretty well. I don't have a ton to even really say about this game. It's just very lopsided matchup in terms of starting pitcher and just the potential that the Yankees have. The Yankees have a much better lineup when they show up. We just have to, hope that they show up and hope that they get it done. I bet on the Yankees like 2 days ago when they were against the A's and they put up a goose egg, 0-2 loss or something like that. Then the next day they figured out how to hit, of course, because that's just the way it goes for me, unfortunately. I bet on Acuna, and the next day Acuna steals a base. I bet on Trout total bases. The next day he leads off with a home run. That's just how it goes. With Alex Wood on the mound and a lineup that can hit lefties well, I just feel like it's going to be a perfect chance for them to break out. On the other side, Cortez has been great at home. A's offense certainly isn't known to be strong, and I don't see why Cortez can't just hold it down. In my opinion. So that's going to be the third play for the day. I can't remember. I was just about to say something else, and I can't remember what the heck it was. I'm looking on FanDuel. I can bet on water polo, apparently. Since when is that? Zach, we'll talk about it here in a second. So we'll recap here for baseball and then kind of look at some of these draft lines here real quick again. And because like I said, like that's really like all I care about right now. I need to get this podcast out here pretty early too, because we got, this first game that I'm on starts at 1:11. That's in 40 minutes from now. So once again, those people listening on just audio and you're missing out on some of these early plays in baseball, it's certainly going to happen pretty often. Come on over to YouTube and you guys, can get it a little sooner. I think that's all I had. No home run bets today, anything like that. Some really pretty good matchups. I think I really like the Brewers today, -138 though on the money line. Keller's been rough. The Phillies Reds not really interested in touching it. Red Sox Guardians not really interested. Astros Cubs. I'd love to see Verlander kind of pick it back up. Castillo pitches today. Haney though been getting hit. Oh, speaking of home runs, I guess real quick, Soraka leading the league with 5 home runs today. Not the league. I forget who leads the league. Mieda, I think. But in terms of pitchers going today, for the White Sox, Soraka giving up 5. Keller gives up 3. McKenzie for Cleveland gives up 3. Castillo for Seattle 3. Haney 3. Yamamoto 3 for the Dodgers. Wood, we just talked about going against the Yankees here 3. Cortez 3. Peralta 2. Wheeler 2. This is on my Twitter. Like I said, we're kind of burning through this quick. My wife's got to be back in here doing training in less than 30 minutes. I was actually going to try. I haven't even showered yet today, man. Being a bum. Try to squeeze in a shower before she gets done too. This room connects to like the master bathroom or whatever. But okay, let's do a recap here, and then we'll chat about the draft again here real quick. Zach, if you're still in here, anybody else, like I said, let me know if you guys got any sneaky draft picks you guys want to look at. I'm down to bet on it. The Vikings to draft a quarterback as their first position is -330, and like I tell you what, like I'm feeling that's not high enough that you couldn't hammer that. Like $1,000 pays out like $500 almost. Well, no, it'd be like 1,500 would pay out $500. But it would certainly be the Vikings to draft. I don't know if Marvin Harrison was still there, which he wouldn't be. Something crazy. They trade up and take something stupid. But they got Sam Darnold as a quarterback. I promise you, if the Vikings don't draft a quarterback today, I don't know what they're doing. I wouldn't, unless they're going to trade for one. And if that's a plan to trade for one or something crazy. Anyway, to recap for today, get audio out of here so I can get this posted. We're going to run with, we had a 2-1 day. Yes, we had a 2-1, a 2-1, a 1-2, and a 2-1. So we are we're positive in 3 of our last 4 days. Certainly been doing fantastic. Quick plug for the Discord, actually, real quick, since I didn't do it at the beginning. I went 4-0 yesterday. The other day I decided, or I said, hey, I need to get back to my roots. Been always known to be a builder of sorts, and that's what I did. I did a 3-leg under 1.5 first run. No run first inning. Under 1.5 that hit. Did some 2-leg. This team to score 2.5 runs, and the Twins money line that hit. The Cubs to score 3.5 runs, and the Braves money line that hit. I turned it around, thankfully, and we're going the right direction, kind of getting back into what I do. And that's just get creative and build these bets that are even money that normally have no sweat to them. So check out the link in the bottom of Twitter or YouTube here, or audio if you're there too. I got that link. But anyway, recap though, what we're doing today, and I'm going to close audio out of here. Twins run line -1.5 versus the White Sox. We're going Blue Jays first 5 money line, or take the early up depending on what you got. Blue Jays, I'm sorry, I just said that. And then Yankees -1.5 on the run line versus the Athletics. As always, I'm your host. Thanks so much for listening. Be sure to follow me on social medias at LiveJoeBets. And like I said, specifically for, updates to the show, I give out, I post a home run lottos on there. I post a home run graphic. The guys want me to try to put a stolen base type graphic together. Maybe I will, depending on, time and what kind of data I can find on it. But appreciate you guys, and I will see you listeners back tomorrow. Okay. What's home run stadium conditions are balls? So I put together. Yeah, the home run conditions do suck. But here we go. Let's talk some draft here real quick, since I got some people in here and wanting to talk it now. In the beginning, y'all were being quiet. What you got here, Zach? Broncos first pick to be a quarterback +180. Yeah, would agree. But okay, yeah. So you talk about Bo Nix. Bo Nix to get drafted in the first round +125. Man, I could not see Bo Nix dropping out of the first round. There are too many teams out there that could use a good quarterback. Bo Nix is a good quarterback. Bo Nix is the most seasoned quarterback. I mean, he played 6 years as a starter or something like that. Did he not break a record for the highest completion percentage or something? Excuse me, something like that. I'd feel okay, Chuck. I'd feel okay as a Vikings fan with Bo Nix. I'd feel okay about that. I would be surprised if he dropped. JJ McCarthy 5th overall +500. To the Chargers, probably not. I don't know about that, to be honest. I don't think the Chargers take a quarterback today. Let me pull this back up though. Chuck, they won't trade up, but still get Bo Nix is my prediction from a lifelong Vikings fan. Man, I've been seeing a lot of action about the Vikings trading up to possibly the Chargers pick. I've seen them talks about trading with New England actually, and I don't think they need to, and that's what's going to be a bummer. If the Vikings have 2 draft picks in the first round, if I'm not mistaken, the 23rd and the whatever it is, I would hate to see them trade away a draft pick when there is quality guys. Unless Drake May is the guy we really want to get, who is more than likely going to go to the Patriots in the 3rd round, in my opinion. Unless they trade up to the Patriots to get him. I've also seen the Giants trading up, talking about trading up to the Patriots. I've seen the Giants trading up to 4th for the Cardinals and trying to get Marvin Harrison. Vikings trade up would trade Charger Jam would want McCarthy to go a team he could succeed. Yeah. I talked about there's this exacta bet on here. Where's it at? Draft specials? No. Where's it at? Here it goes. I think I really like the second one. They're both +700, but Caleb Williams to go first. Lock. Jaden Daniels to go second. Lock. Drake May to go 3rd to the Patriots. Lock. If somebody trades up, I feel like they're gonna if somebody trades up, I think they're still gonna take Drake May. I still think Drake May goes 3rd. TJ, I seen that a tweet and it came from that CTE ESPN. The what's his face? That wide receiver, Antonio Brown. So I don't know about that. That is what kind of scares me too, is I don't give me a rookie, man. I don't think we need Justin Herbert. That's not, I don't know. Anyway, 4th pick, Marvin Harrison. And a team, I don't even know who the Cardinals have as their quarterback. I know Kyler Murray, but was that their legit quarterback? Caleb Williams 1st, Jaden Daniels 2nd, Drake May 3rd, regardless of who gets traded up to 3rd if they trade. Marvin Harrison 4th, and then it comes down to number 5 for the Chargers pick. I think the Chargers take an offensive lineman. I think they take Joe Ort. Dude's great. As a Notre Dame fan, Notre Dame had an amazing offensive line. That's plus 700 to do the exacta. I like that. I don't see the Chargers taking Malik Neighbors. I don't see the Chargers. The Chargers could take JJ McCarthy. Who didn't somebody just say that? I don't know. I also said, let me see what if you go to like the Vikings, what are the odds? Minus 320. Position of Vikings first drafted player, quarterback, minus 320. You guys don't know how bad I want to bet that. Like I said, if you put, it's really not worth it. But if you put $1,000 on it, it feels like a free $300. How are who else? The Vikings, they can't draft. Who are the Vikings going to draft? They have to get a quarterback. Unless they end up trading somehow. And then, I don't know if that's like a normal thing either. Like, we're watching the draft and it's like, oh, the Vikings have traded for Justin Herbert and whatever for this position or something. Like, I don't feel like you normally see players actually getting traded in the middle of the draft. That would be my only fear, is what if the Vikings did trade for Justin Herbert in the middle of the draft and then they don't need to draft a quarterback. And then I lose $1,000. That would be bad. Chiefs. What the Chiefs draft? What did the Chiefs pick? Is the Chiefs like the last pick? You can even bet who the Vikings select with their first and their second picks. That's crazy. And like JJ McCarthy is like the option for like the majority of them. But then they got like the most random shit on here. Like that Latu or whatever. No. That's not going to be there. Jared Verse. Yeah, right. I couldn't tell you. That's one of those where I would look up like what the mock drafts say and just like kind of just keep looking at what that says. Because I only really care. I mean, like I care about. How do I say this? I'm super excited for the draft. Of course, you care about the first like 5 people, and then like my team who drafts whatever the hell number they draft. But like everyone's talking about them, like moving up and everything like that. I'm looking at FanDuel. Let's see what Bleacher Report has as the Chiefs. Bleacher Report has Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Marvin Harrison, and then the Chargers taking Malik Neighbors. But I don't feel like the Chargers take Malik Neighbors. Giants getting Rome Odunze. Titans taking Joe Ort. Falcons, Quinion Mitchell. Bears getting Murphy. Jets taking Bowers. Vikings taking JJ McCarthy. I feel like JJ can go sooner. Who's something else? Colts. They got Brian Thomas projected to go to the Colts. That's a solid receiver though too. Jared Verse going to Seahawks. We don't need like an edge rush that bad as a Vikings fan. I'm just sitting here like reading. You guys are okay. Anyway, let me go down to the Chiefs here. They have the Chiefs projected for a defensive lineman. I mean, who knows though? Who knows? Bowers or Brian Thomas would be super solid for the Colts. Bowers would be solid because you guys got good receivers. Pittman and Pierce and Downs, solid. Bowers would be great. I don't know how he is in run blocking, to be honest. They did have a good run game. I don't know how he is a run blocker, but I think Bowers would be like fantastic to the Colts. Awesome. Would be great. Although dude does seem to get injured a lot. You almost have bringing in Thomas would almost be like too much in the wide receiver room because the Colts do have some pretty solid guys. I was trying to read this. Like, yeah, Patriots, like the Raiders are talked about moved up. The Vikings talking about trying to move up to number 3. I would my like dream scenario would be the Vikings getting Drake May. I want Drake May. If the Vikings traded away both their draft picks to move up to number 3 to the Patriots and they got Drake May, I'd be okay with that. I think Drake May is pretty good. But I didn't realize how late it was. I'm going to go ahead and close this out, though. Like I said, I need to try to my wife's got to be back out in this spot here in 10 minutes. 15 minutes, 10 minutes probably to be on time. So I'm going to get out of here, though. Like I said, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter at LiveJoeBets, I'll more than likely be on there, tweeting and stuff like that. I really wanted to try to do some like live watch party type thing, but I don't really know like how to do that. Trying to get my YouTube hours up outside of sitting in front of the computer here. But like my wife's going to end up getting home like I feel like 30 minutes into it, an hour into it, and then it's just like going to be annoying at that point. You got to keep the wife happy. Happy wife, happy life. That's what they say. So we'll see how it goes. I appreciate you guys, though. Like I said, follow me on there. We can interact and everything, and then we'll chat about it tomorrow and, talk some more and whatnot. But I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys back all tomorrow. I think back on schedule. My wife's work from home again, so I'll once again follow me on Twitter and I'll announce it. But more than likely 11:30 tomorrow. See you guys.